bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Hey.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Yeah.
Bring them out, bring them out.
Hey.
Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back, they yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. Talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time named, I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back, they yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what it drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back, they yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Front yard yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Front the back, they yelling,
bring them out, bring them out.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Tennessee Titans taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Confidence, these guys are lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Good throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
To the air, Allen. This is Burks on the pitch and catch. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got Smith here. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Titans. With a 1st touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Titans take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
1st down, Packers.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
To pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Allen now looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making.
the first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolute tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
They go play action with Ward. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 23-yard line.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That's complete to Mooney. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd
Ward.
and 5.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down. Nick Herbig coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good,
If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who have been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 14-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. He gets this into the hands of Jenkins. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Green Bay.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And a Packer first down.
From the gun to give the game away. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Allen. Big to Austin here over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. On first down, here's Jenkins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As large as the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll try again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now Allen. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Kyle Duggar in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. There's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, here's Ward. This one goes underneath to Walker. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
13 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Ward. Catch made by Slayton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a gain of 5.
To throw is Ward. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 45 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now, Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That's to his running back, Quinshawn Judkins. 2nd and a couple.
Quinshawn Judkins. 8 yards on the pick.
From the gun, it's Allen.
2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Throwing now is Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
32-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Ward. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
It's a pickup of 3.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing is Ward.
And this time will be intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Once again, Jenkins.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
To the air, Allen. Will find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down, Packers.
Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen now looks to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. To throw, it's Allen. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
That'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A 10-yard gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Now a 2nd and 2. Ward.
That's complete to Slayton. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Looking to throw. Moore. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Ward.
That is caught. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Titans 1st down.
Back to throw. Moore. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the air again, Ward. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tyler Newman there.
Working out a gun here, Ward.
Going deep for Walker. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 46 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Ken Walker,
his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Titans will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And they're able to swarm in behind the line, and his rough night continues. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one is complete to Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On the zone read, this is Jenkins. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Jenkins, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trimmed that lead down to just 2 scores.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Packers! Calvin Austin laying himself out in the end zone. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it makes the score 21-10. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And The ball comes out, but it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Out of bounds, the offense retains possession.
Up the middle, here's Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Out of the gun, Ward. Room past the 35. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Off the bootleg, Ward. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a pickup of 3.
And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Ward. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Packers are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Yeah, we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Complete to Crenshaw Jenkins. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Packers.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. He's got Smith here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Here's Allen to throw it. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now,
the previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, it's Allen. Checks it down to Jenkins. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Quinshon Judkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The coach coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feel great about themselves.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
From the gun, here's Ward. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dances by him.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And they're singing in the Music City. The Tennessee Titans are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell going to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Tennessee Titans. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.